we spend a lot of time tonight talking about pressure inside politics and inside the country. So let's end somewhere Canadians still come together. Yep, the Winter Olympics are fast approaching, and I have some thoughts on what to watch from our Canadian athletes, Gary. And you know what? I can't remember the last time that Canadians did not rally around the Olympic Games. Opening ceremonies are always an absolute blast to watch. You get to see a country put on the best show they possibly can because you have billions of people watching, and these Olympics are no different, Gary. Yes, indeed. February 4th to the 22nd, the 25th Olympiad, the Winter Olympic Games, will be held in Milan Cortina. Yeah, they're actually starting on the 4th, which is tomorrow, but the opening ceremonies are actually being held on the 6th of February. And there's going to be quite the buzz. There's anywhere between 90 and 95 nations with approximately 2,900 athletes being represented. Why 90 to 95 and approximately 2,900 athletes, Gary? Is, believe it or not, they still haven't completed the entire list of athletes because some are still in qualification rounds, and sometimes some events happen towards the latter end of Olympic week. So it has been 100% confirmed as to who's going to be. There are still some competitions going around in the elite, in some of the elite sports around the world. And you know what? It's an opportunity for Italy to showcase its country and its capabilities into promotion of sports and peace to a large degree. This is Italy's third Winter Games. The first was held in Cortina d'Ampezzo in 1956, and the last Winter Olympics were held, I believe, in Turin in 2006. And this, of course, is to complement the great job they did way before my time, no, a couple of years before my time, actually, the Summer Olympics of Rome of 1960. So here we are. Canada is absolutely ready to get into the mix of these next games. The last games, of course, were held in Beijing, China in 2022. And during those Olympics, again, it's not a believe it or not situation, but yeah, Norway actually walked away with the most medals and also the most golds. And Canada was not too far back. And just prior to that, Canada had a lot of achievement in terms of setting records for Olympics, which I'll get into in a few seconds here. So this particular Olympics, Gary, is basically 116 medal events through 16 individual sports under 18 distinct disciplines. I really wasn't sure how many events or how many disciplines there are in winter sports, but I was quite surprised by how many there are. So, just by listing the 8 disciplines, you can actually break them down to a certain degree. We've got the skiing, of course, the ice skating, ice hockey, of course, curling, biathlon, bobsleigh, luge, ski, and there's a new one this year. It's a mountaineering, a sport in mountaineering during the Winter Olympics, which is something I'm looking forward to seeing. It's actually called ski mountaineering. Correction. So here we are, Canada. Yep, there have been 25 Olympic Games, and Canada is actually is going to be participating in their 25th Olympic game. 25th coming up in Italy. And I remember how proud we were during the 1988 Olympics in Calgary, and how proud we were with the 2010 Games in Vancouver, and some of the greatest team achievements. At the 2020 Games, Canada actually achieved quite considerably on a domestic scale as Canadians and on a global scale. So this was a first for Canada at the Vancouver Olympic Games, leading in the gold medal counts and actually medal wins in the games, gold medal wins. So they also set a new record for the most golds in Olympic game history at 14. So they won 14 gold medals in Vancouver 2010. But alas, that record and that distinction only lasted 8 years, and that record fell to Norway, who during the 2018 Pyeongchang, Korea Games and Beijing in 2022 Norway actually broke the record with 16 gold medals. So, you know what? I think there is a lot of high expectations this Winter Olympics for Canada to excel, and not just the traditional sports that we're really good at, aside from hockey, but we do very well in a lot of the other sports. And you know what? We have a lot of returning medalists coming back. We have Michael Kingsbury, the king himself of freestyle skiing and moguls. He's going to be there again. I think this is something like his fourth Olympics to that event. Participating in moguls, he's won gold, he's won silver. And on top of all those world championships, I think there was like 7 or 8 world championships he's won. So he's always a favorite, and also Justin Dufour Lapointe. He's also going to be returning as medals from the previous Olympics. Snowboarding. There's another sport that's really great to watch. We have Max Parot, Laurie Blouin, and Elliot Grondin, who also won gold. Max won gold in 2022, so we have a lot of medalists showing up again at the Olympics this year. They made the team. Speed skating, the ladies speed skating and team pursuit. Ebony Blondin, Isabelle Wiedemann, and Valerie Matelet, they won the gold medal for team pursuit in the last Winter Olympics in Beijing. So they are returning, and they're actually heavy favorites to pull a gold again. And then we've got our figure skaters coming back in Piper Gillies and Paul Poit won silver in the last figure skating competition during the Olympics. So Gary, you know what? It's actually pretty exciting. And then you look at some of the other traditional sports where we have newcomers coming into their first Olympic Games and actually surprising everyone. Our short track speed skaters, they are always in a position for a medal, whether it be bronze, silver, or gold. And that's I don't know if you've seen short track speed skating, Gary, but that's a rough and tumble, tough, fast sport to actually compete in. So I have every confidence that we're going to pull a few gold medals in from that particular event. So a lot of sports coming up that are going to be quite exciting. Bobsleigh. I don't know about you, Gary, but do you enjoy watching bobsleigh and luge in the Olympics?
A bit, not a whole lot. Like I have a very short attention span when it comes to some of these things.
Oh, do you? Do you?
Yeah.
Well, tell you what, Gary, I would buy you the richest bottle of scotch on the planet if I can see you going face first down one of those luge courses. You probably
I
have to
won't even
drink the
make
whole
it to
thing
the
before
course
getting you
before I
on
go
one, right?
face down.
Yeah, you know what? The bravery that goes into some of these athletes in doing what they actually do, and they're flying down in like something like 100 kilometers an hour, face first on a sheet of ice. You know what? You have to have nerves of steel for that, and you know what? You have the time between gold, silver, and bronze could be 100th of a second. So I mean, if you even sneeze going down the track, your Olympic medal hopes go down the drain. So it's a really exciting sport to watch. And you know what, Gary? I mean, I'm not going to get into the hockey yet, but after the last year that we've had globally, I think that the world can breathe just a little better, a little easier over the next 2 to 3 weeks during the Winter Olympics, and take in some of the bravery and take in some of um the breathtaking views of Italy, take in some of the camaraderie between people of all walks of life and from all parts of the world actually sharing a city together and celebrating life. I personally see the Olympics as a celebration of life brought together by the youngsters of the world, which I think was the original purpose of Pierre de Coubertin when he initially launched the Olympic movement, is bring the youth together of the world and to celebrate life. That's what it's supposed to be about. And I'm really hoping that in terms of how Italy is actually putting this together, broadcasters around the world, our CBC sports analysts actually don't lose sight of the fact that this is not just elite athletes participating in a sport that are actually doing much more than that and just bringing the world together in a peaceful forum to actually enjoy the pursuit of sports. And I'm actually really looking forward to catching as much of the Olympics as I possibly could just for that. And I'm sure I'll be visiting you while I'm back in Montreal for a few days, and we can have an opportunity to watch some of these sports, Gary. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I would encourage our viewers to seek out. It doesn't matter what sport, just go on there, find a channel that's broadcasting the Olympics, sit down and watch it, and appreciate what these individuals do in terms of preparation for the sport, the training, and actually executing what they've practiced for the last 4 years to get them to this particular level. So there's going to be drama, there's going to be heartbreak, there's going to be surprise gold medal winners, and there's going to be what do we call it? The agony of defeat, which we'll see quite often as well.
Right.
Another sport
I
I
just
love
saw
watching, Gary,
something.
ski jumping.
Yeah. I just saw something that Canada's Mark McMorris
Yeah,
was taken off the hill last night or early this morning. Last night, I guess, stretchered off a hill after a fall in pre-Olympic snowboard training. Now, there's no
yeah,
word on his condition that I could find in the article. It's just a very brief article, I guess. The Olympic organization put the word out, but they didn't have a. Yeah, the Canadian Olympic Committee released a statement confirming the incident, but crash during big air training.
yeah. It was a
And
significant
staff are
spill.
attending to him will provide more information as it becomes available.
Yeah, and that, you know what, Gary, that's just the risk these elite athletes take. They
Exactly.
completely push themselves to the limit, and again, pushing yourself to the limit. These individuals that get up on a 90-meter ski jump and just soar right off and into the yonder. That has to take a specific, particular kind of mentality to jump off a ski ramp like that and just
Oh yeah.
fly through.
Oh yeah.
That's an amazing sight to see.
Yeah, for sure.
And let's go for what all our Canadians are also very proud of is our hockey programs. And last but not least, we talked a little bit about the Olympic venues being ready for hosting the ice hockey games, both the
Right.
women's and men's tournaments.
Yep.
We mentioned that the ice surface that's at the Olympic venues is not going to be Olympic size, and it's not even going to be NHL regulation. It's actually going to be 3.5 to 4 feet shorter and maybe a foot and a half wider. So it's still within International Ice Hockey Federation rules. They made the surface a little smaller, which is something that the NHL was willing to turn on an eye to, not at the expense of player safety. These are elite athletes who make a lot of money playing professional. And by the way, this is the first time that professional hockey is actually NHL players being included in the Olympics since Sochi, since the Russian Olympics. And the NHL want to make sure their assets, their money makers, don't hurt themselves playing on inferior ice. So they've already had a few semi-professional games on that ice to check it out, to make sure that it actually works. There were a couple of issues with it. They modified the rink surface, changed the temperature of the rink, just to make sure that it's actually going to live up to the standards of what the NHL is seeking. And last time I think we mentioned that the ice maker, they brought in world famous ice maker who's Canadian, by the way, and forgive me, I don't recall his name, but yeah, he's been pretty much living there the last 2.5 months, making sure that the ice meets the the stringent requirements of the National Hockey League. And I'm pleased to announce it looks like our professional athletes will be heading over to the Olympic Games in Italy. So that's a great thing to see. So the venue is not 100% complete in terms of stands and some of the venues that are made available for spectators, but the surface will be ready for the Olympics. So that's just great to see. So here we are, Gary. We got professionals actually on the ice rink, and You know what? Of course, all the drama is on the men's side, but I'll start with the ladies hockey first. They first started playing. They first started participating in the Winter Olympics in 1998, and our hopes are very high for the gals to bring back a gold medal. So in 1998, the inaugural one, the United States actually won that first medal, and this is going to be Olympic tournament number 8. And since that time, Canada has brought back 5 gold medals, and the United States has brought back 2 gold medals. And yeah, those are pretty much the only 2 teams that actually brought home gold. And the whole purpose of women's hockey is to promote it globally so every country can actually catch up, develop their players. Countries invest money in some of the women's hockey programs around the world so they can actually become competitive. And a lot of Canadian women are turning semi-professional or playing professional in European countries to actually boost the sport. And that's really great to see for the sport. So I like to see somebody else in the gold medal game this year besides Canada and the United States. Maybe Sweden. They actually made it to the gold medal round in 2006 in Turin, which Canada won. But you know what? It's going to be great. The rivalry in sports is no fiercer than women's hockey between Canada and the United States. They have tournaments throughout the entire year. Both countries, they go back and forth in terms of world championship wins. So I best of luck to the ladies over in the Canadian Olympic team, the women Canadians Olympic team in Italy this year. Best of luck to them, and I'm betting they're going to bring home a gold medal this year, Gary.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's good. And yeah, let's get on to the men. So there have been 24 hockey tournaments in the Olympics since day one. The first one was in Chamonix, France, and France, and that was won by the Canadians, the first gold medal in hockey. That was played way back then. And the last time, as I mentioned, we had pro athletes was in 2014 in the Sochi Olympics, the Russian Olympics. Guys won gold medals there as well. To give you an idea, at the beginning of the Olympics, when they first came out, how dominant men were. In total, Canada has won 9 gold medals for hockey in the Olympics, followed by the old Soviet Union. Remember those bad boys? Yeah, they won 7. Yeah, they won 7. And some of the other teams that you'd be very surprised won medals. Great Britain won one in the 50s.
Really?
Great Britain won 1 Olympic gold medal. Now, I did a little research on that, and 70% of the team that represented Great Britain were actually Canadians that were in the military serving over in the UK. But it was still defined as a Great Britain gold medal. Sweden has won 2. The Czech Republic has won 1, and of course the United States has won 2. And the last brilliant one, if you remember, in Lake Placid, Gary, Miracle on Ice. You know what? At that time, I was never prouder to be an American than when they actually beat the Soviet Union and went on to win the gold medal in the next round. So I actually felt very proud as a proud American. It was just the funniest thing, and that just goes to the spirit of the Olympics. It doesn't matter what your country you're from, as long as you can embrace what other countries, what other athletes around the world are capable of doing at very critical moments in time. So right now, Gary, I have a feeling we're going to still have a Canada-USA gold medal final. And if you remember from the Four Nations tournament last year, about this time, it got pretty nasty and nerdy when you had 3 fights in a matter of the first 2 or 3 minutes of the game between the Canadian and US team. I think smarter heads will prevail this time because it's under International Ice Hockey Federation rules where fighting is not permitted. And because of the fact they're playing on a global stage, they're going to focus on playing some tough, gritty, but very exciting hockey, leaving politics outside the rink, which I'm very confident is going to happen. So you know what? Let's just go for it, Gary. Canada for the gold medal, huh?
Right. And there will be a lot of national pride riding on that one for sure.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So, yeah, I encourage everyone to Tune into their televisions. It's going to be a fantastic opening ceremony come Saturday, and just start enjoying the spectacle of sport during a very turbulent time in the world.